So I've got a passion for brewing beer. I like drinking beer. I like the science behind brewing beer. I like the craftsmanship which goes into making a beer. Whether you've got a large-scale brewery, you've got a home brewery, the principles of brewing beer are the same. I'm Benedikt Sikora. I'm the founder and owner of BSK Projects. We do project management and specialize in hospitality, entertainment, and tourism projects. I got involved in Brewery Project by working on hospitality and entertainment projects for about 20 years. I like the versatility of hospitality projects and the entrepreneurial initiative of Brewery Projects. So that combined kind of like makes it a very interesting project.
A friend or an acquaintance we were working with recommended BSK, and the minute I think we met Benedikt in BSK, there was a feeling of confidence that came over us initially. It was great because, to be honest, I was struggling trying to project manage it myself.
Good project manager will de-risk your project, provide certainty, will make sure that you can focus on your day-to-day business while leaving the project in the hands of the project manager. And we make sure that you can focus on actually open the brewery and open the tap room, because it's far more going into that than just the construction. So we help you deliver your vision.
I initially heard Benedikt on the Build Me a Brewery podcast, and then subsequently met him after that. I knew his background as a home brewer and previous experience at Hawke's Brewery as well convinced me that he was going to be the right guy for the job.
Seeing like a brand developing, or having a brand which existed but just as a contract brewer developing into a brand which has a home, has a base, that was very exciting to me because that was new. Watching Nathan and David kind of creating what you see today and being involved and understand what's driving them, that was certainly one of the key highlights.
If I was ever going to build a brewery again, I would definitely get a project manager in from the beginning in the process, especially in terms of budget, timeline, realities of build, and also to tender with builders. That's a really important point.
Just managing that program by yourself is incredibly difficult. Just having someone there that was on the trades all the time, keeping them accountable for the program is incredibly beneficial.
Yeah, Benedikt and the team went really sort of above and beyond in terms of hands-on things with our build. For example, Benedikt was with Brody and I up on a scissor lift helping connect glycol to the top of tanks. Like, you're not going to get that from most people. And I think that goes back to the passion for brewing as well, and understanding of home brewing and how fermentation process works, etc. was really beneficial.
For us, having Benedikt run a really great tender process was a big cost saver for us effectively. By narrowing the scope down to what we needed and getting a few competitive bidders, it really saved us probably far more than we would have spent on his fee.
A very important part when it comes to breweries is the coordination of all the different suppliers. So for example, the brewery is usually not provided by the local contractor, it comes from overseas.
For us, engaging BSK Projects was a very good investment. I mean, if you have a project manager that can save you 10 or 20% of your budget by running a good tender process and having the right contract in place, then it's kind of a no-brainer.
It is a fun working relationship with BSK and Benedikt. I think aside from the fact that when we first met him, he told us that his favourite beer was another beer. He has a passion for beer, and so I think we all clicked in that way. He loves a beer. I think that's really important, especially, again, it goes back to, you want people that are going to roll up their sleeve and also be fun. And there's the helping us literally physically build the brewery by putting on glycol in the tanks, etc., to also having a beer with him after it's finished. It's the relationship you want.
I don't think we would have done that if we didn't like him.
BSK have been great fun to work with. I've already shared a good number of beers with Benedikt, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come over the coming years.
We would recommend BSK from the experience we had. I mean, again, you need someone on it. If you get brewery projects and venue projects are a lot of money, there's a lot of risk. You really need people that, one, know what they're doing, and two, in your corner, so to speak.
Obviously, there's a huge number of people involved in a project like this. Making sure everyone's on the same page is really important, and Benedikt did a great job with that. Personally, for me, not having a background in construction, he made me well aware and fully informed of everything that was going on, all the risks, and how we could kind of try and mitigate them. I would definitely recommend BSK to people planning a brewery or other kind of venue. Having a project manager with experience in doing brewery projects specifically, because they are so unique, is really, really great.
It's all coming down to communication. Communication on site, communication before you start on site. If the communication is going well, you've got the right team in place, you have a good partnership, and what we usually do, we just celebrate our success at the end by having a beer at the bar, which is there's nothing better about a brewery project than having a beer at the end, enjoy what you have created.